All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go! 90 Wolf!
Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
What?
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
You better be afraid of me. General West. You better be afraid of me. Check 13. Check 13.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check.
Ready?
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
I'm going to run based on travel. Get it.
Here's Smith. Escaping the pressure running. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Silver.
3rd and long, it's Smith. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and a yard at the 46-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
You draw Parker. Yes, yes. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Now.
Throwing Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
First down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now. Go, go.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
That's trash.
To throw again. Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the 1st quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. We had 4 in the game last week without having some go-to moves.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
At the 42-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Ready? 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Look at me. Zipper. Defense, let's go.
They'll run with Sanders, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
It's been a long day for you.
Hey, I said that.
To throw is Smith. Open man here is Gentry. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. 61, matchbox lights. Go.
Wide motion.
Bravo.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
We go. 18 Gators.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Complete to Saquon Barkley. A gain of 27 on the play. First down, New York.
Set up. 50, plant.
14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Eagles nothing.
Down. 15, Ronnie. 15 line. Hey, exit.
Baby, that's an egg shot. 53's the mic.
Yo, go, go.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Let's go.
Jones throwing on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down, New York.
Ready, break.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, pick it up.
Jones now operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
70.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Robbie Anderson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
55's my guy, 55. In your face.
Great.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Wentz now to throw. His tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And a little floater there is incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Two jet. Hey, Delta. Set a tone.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's another Eagles first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They come out here in the eye.
54. Watch the run.
Let's go. Great.
Watch twist.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Great 57.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 5-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Hey! 50. Hey, orbit. Check 53. Let's go, let's go. Mike, 53. Get it.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
53's Mike. Check 53's Mike. Oh,
to throw on 3rd down. Jones. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, you just said it, Charles. They had to be very hesitant thinking about throwing the football. That's why, safety.
File that one under worst fears realized.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
40, 82, 40. Hey, Charlie.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Ready.
Mike 57, Mike 57. Wildville. Pick the edge.
Protein spill. Go.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
57's right.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones is going to float this one. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Giants. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the... ...26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Come on, set.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A four-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8.
Hey, wahoo! Deep rip, deep rip.
Now Smith. Steps away to his left. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Team 6.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This fielded at the 2. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spending...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Check mine. Watch go. Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Come on.
On 2nd and 12, Smith. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play.
Ready.
No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Ready.
On 1st down, Smith. The Sanders has got it complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Ready.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Smith. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line.
18, get it. Hey, dude. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Mike, Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on 3rd?
Go. Hey, Alpha. SOS.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 48 yards.
And the Giants' 1st down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, high 7. 53's Mike. Check tight.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now Saquon Barkley. And here now a spin. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
5.
Throwing is Smith. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown of the new season as his guys continue to pour it on. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Come on,
the Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Darren Lee able to record his 5th sack of the season. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Sponge! 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 No! General West! Bravo! Hit it!
After the sack on 1st down, Smith, he's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
55, Mike 55. Check pass, check pass. Greystone, travel. Watch 55. Let's get it together, defense. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Dexter Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Grant. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. 10 Lobo. Hey, Delta. Kill, kill, kill.
Now Jones on 1st down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Jones. And this will be incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Danny. Big Griffin.
Jones operating from the gun. Jones hit in the ball zone.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And the Giants send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Shift. Blue draw corkers.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Get out the field, defense. Hey, Orbit. 38 to Mike. I got wide. Mike 38. Mike 38.
Back to throw, Smith. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Look at me. Zipper. Shoot.
Now it's Smith. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Smith. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Check 55 to Mike. Ready.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, wahoo! Watch the run. Mike 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Here we go. We did it.
On 4th down, Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Jones now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
57, Mike 57. It's coming this way. Come down.
To try again after the sack. Jones, and this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Rosas to add the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Good work, boys. Go. Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me.